As we all know, Taoism pursues the cultivation of immortality and eternal life. Do you know how many levels there are in the practice of Taoism, and what the differences are between each level? Must one leave all emotions and desires behind and retreat to the deep forests to practice cultivation properly? In the medical classic of the Yellow Emperor, cultivation is clearly divided into 4 levels: immortal, perfect man, sage, and wise man. The highest level of practice is the immortal. They existed in ancient times. They can influence the changes of heaven, earth, yin and yang, master and change their own destiny, and have the same lifespan as heaven and earth. The second level is the perfect man. They existed in the Middle Ancient times. They are in harmony with nature, stay away from the mortal world, and are able to travel freely through different times and spaces. Their sight and hearing far exceed those of ordinary humans, and they can live for a very long time. The third level is the sage. Simply put, they conform to nature, practice in the mortal world, and lead a happy life as an ordinary person. Confucius was classified as a sage. His disciples are called the 72 wise men, and wise man is the lowest level of practice. They summarize the laws of the changes of heaven and earth through some clues of astronomy, and guide their lives and behaviors based on science rather than innocence. Thus, sometimes they conform to the Tao and sometimes they don't. Of course, they can extend their lifespan to a limited extent. Among these 4 levels of practice, our most promising goal is to become a sage. In fact, in both Taoist and Buddhist doctrines, there is the same view. The true hermit lives in the midst of the city. As we quote from the Tao Te Ching, Tao wants sharpness, learn to resolve disputes, blend one's own light with the surroundings, and integrate into the secular life. The sentences expound a life attitude of conforming to nature, being aloof from worldly contentions, and being inclusive and harmonious. Huangdi Neijing further tells us how to put this into practice specifically. First, in terms of behavior, neither be too unconventional nor go with the flow, neither be arrogant nor vulgar, and conform to society while maintaining our own uniqueness and independence. Secondly, neither wear our self-doubt, nor be worried, nor be swayed by considerations of gain and loss. For those things that linger in our minds, either just do it and don't care about the results at all, or stop generating the impulses. Thirdly, take the pursuit of tranquility and joy as the goal of life, and learn to enjoy life, especially in solitude. Some people don't count it as cultivation, and they believe that only an otherworldly and ascetic life can do. However, in Buddhism, the so-called nihilistic view is actually the worst kind of obsession in the process of spiritual cultivation. Once a thing comes into being, with its appearance emerging and the karmic conditions arriving, one should respond but not be attached to it. The practice of cultivation does not require suppressing oneself or living in seclusion. Instead, it means consciously facing the lessons that life presents to us without being obsessed. In this way, both the body and mind will not be depleted easily. Then we can become a sage and live a healthy and long life up to 100 years old.